Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgets.com and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of Karbonn Titanium S9. Here we have the device with us with the package complete, as you can see, and this is how the packaging looks like. Again, in terms of the overall packaging, this packaging is almost the same kind of packaging which we have seen on Karbonn S5 Titanium previously as well. And if we take a look over the specifications of this device, this is a phablet device, unlike the Karbonn S5 Titanium, which was smaller in terms of the screen size. This one is quite big. You have 2600 mAh battery on this device. You have 3G support, Wi-Fi is also there. You have gravity sensor, proximity sensor, ambient light sensor as well on this device. You also have micro SD memory cards to expand the storage. This is a dual SIM phone and this is how the device will look like. And again, we are not sure whether this device comes in other color as well, but it does come in white color at least. And if we take a look over the specification over here, you have 5.5 inch of high definition IPS LCD display on this device. You have 1.2 GHz MediaTek 6589 quad core processor. The rear camera is a 13 megapixel camera, whereas the front is a 5 megapixel camera, fixed focus. You have Android 4.2, 16 GB internal memory is there, and we will just tell you how much of that is actually available to the user. And you have 1 GB of RAM. So let's unbox the device and let's take a look what we have in the package. So the first thing which we get in the device, in the package itself, is the device with the flip cover already applied, as you can see. And again, the flip cover has a glossy back, but it looks like a pretty good quality flip cover. You do have Karbonn branding over here, and inside the material is kind of that it does not get any kind of so inside the material of the flip cover is quite good, and it will protect your display from getting any kind of fingerprints and scratches. So we will take a look over the device later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package. So in the package we get the micro USB cable, the normal one. You get the universal USB wall charger, and the output current from this charger is 800 milliampere. And we also get the headphones which come within the package. Let me just open them. So these are standard headphones which come within the package. You do have metallic mesh over here, and you also have the mic module with a button to pick the call, although you do not have volume controls on this module. And this is how the audio lead look like, and it is not cold plated. And let's take a look over here. Here we have the user manual for the Karbonn S9, and you have the warranty card and service center list, as you can see. So these are all the things which you get in the package. So here we have the Karbonn S9 Titanium, and this is how the device looks like from the front side. And again, it looks pretty similar to the design language of Samsung phones. And if we take a look over here at the back side, we have the 13 megapixel camera of the device, which is autofocus capable, and you do have LED flash over here for the low light photos. You also have the loudspeaker, which is actually at the back. You do have a little indent to remove this, and we will just show you the inside of the phone as well. And here you have the shiny chrome edge on the phone, very nice, and it does make the device look quite premium when you hold it in one hand. Again, the display is pretty big, and as you can see, the viewing angles of the display are also pretty good. You can view the screen from extreme viewing angles, even from the top and bottom as well. From the left and right, it is again pretty okay. So firstly, talking about the build quality of the device, this is again a pretty good device from Karbonn. And in terms of the overall build quality, it does have a kind of plastic build quality, as you can see, because the back cover is again plastic. Even if you don't apply the flip cover, the back cover which comes with the device is again glossy in nature. And when it comes to the overall design, the form factor, the device is not very thick, I would say. It is pretty okay. It is less than 1 centimeter in terms of the overall thickness. It should be around 8.9 or 9 millimeter thick, I would say. When it comes to the overall design, it has a pretty good premium kind of a look. Now if we take a look over the device, here we have the button. The buttons are again not metal, but they actually look pretty good in terms of the overall look and feel. And the flip cover has been designed in such a way that it does not cover the power and sleep key. So even if you have the flip cover on this device, you can actually access the power and sleep key with your thumb. And this is how the display look like. And again, it is a pretty huge display at 5.5 inch, and you have 720 into 1280 display on this device, which is a high definition resolution, and you get a pixel density of around 267 pixels per inch on this display. Now as far as home screens are concerned, you have like 5 home screen which you can neither increase and decrease. And let's take a look over the version of Android this device is running. So the version of Android is 4.2.2, as you can see. So let's take a look what we have inside the device as far as the SIM card slots and the memory card slot is concerned. So here we have the 2 SIM card slots which will accept a normal size SIM card both, and you have 3G supported on this slot, whereas this one will support 2G, and you also have micro SD memory card slot to expand the storage of the device. When it comes to the battery, here we have the pretty big 2600 mAh battery on this device. Now comparing this device in terms of the overall look and feel as well as in terms of the build quality with the closest competitor, that is Micromax Canvas Doodle 2, this device does not have a great build quality like which we have seen on Micromax Canvas Doodle 2. Although in terms of the advantages which this device has a 5.5 inch display, and again you have a pretty good pixel density on this display. When it comes to the battery, you can actually remove the battery out of this device. However, you cannot remove the battery out of Canvas Doodle 2, and again you do not have micro SD memory card slot on the Canvas Doodle 2, but you do have it on this device, so you can expand the storage of this device, whereas you cannot do the same with the Doodle 2. Now if we take a look over the front side of the device, you have the proximity ambient light sensors over here. You have the front camera, which is a 5 megapixel camera on this device, and here we have the physical home button which is there on the body, and you do have touch capacitive buttons over here, as you can see, again on the body, not within the display. Now when it comes to storage, you have 16 GB of internal storage on this device, and out of which around 12.83 GB is actually available to the user. So you get approximately 13 GB available to the user for installing applications, storing picture, videos and other data. And you also have the option of installing application directly on the SD card as well once you insert the same into this device, because you have the option of selecting the default write disk, as you can see. You also have support for automatic brightness on this device, as you can see, because of the proximity and ambient light sensors over here, and you do have economical backlight which will again enhance the overall battery backup on this device if you enable it. When it comes to wallpaper support, you have support for static wallpapers, live wallpapers, but video wallpapers are not supported. Again, you can make them supported with the help of third-party applications. You also have the option of enhancing the overall quality of sound which you will get from the headphones which come within the package of the device, so you can enhance the quality of sound with this option over here. You do have support for creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot on this device, and you also have support for USB tethering. Now as far as RAM is concerned, you have 1 GB of RAM on this device, and you get around 547 MB of RAM free on this device. You do have support for GPS navigation as well, and again, in order to use this device for navigation, make sure you have enabled access to your location and this option over here, that is Wi-Fi and mobile network location, and GPS satellite should be enabled. And again, under GPS satellite, make sure you enable the GPS EP assistant and assisted GPS before using this device for navigation. And again, for GPS locking, it may take like 5 to 6 minutes. Now if we take a look over the hardware information for this device, you have got an ARM V7 processor on this device clocked at 1.2 GHz. It is a quad-core processor, MediaTek 6589, and when it comes to the display resolution, the effective display resolution is 720 x 1280. And when it comes to the sensors, you have 3-axis accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor, orientation sensor, and you also have magnetic field sensor on this device. Now this is how the phone dialer look like for this device, and again you have the option of making a video call directly from the phone dialer, as you can see. The messaging application for this device, as you can see, is almost stock Android. There is a very little amount of customization which we see within the application interface, and this is how the keyboard look like. And again, the keyboard keys are pretty big in size to type with any fingers, either with thick or with thin fingers. You won't face any problem. And again, when it comes to continuous input, you do not have continuous input supported on this device. However, in case you want to type in the landscape mode, you can always type in the landscape mode, and again you will not face any problem in this mode as well. Now this is how the camera UI looks like again on this device, and as you can see, it looks the same kind of UI which we have seen on other MediaTek 6589 devices. You do have support for HDR mode, as you can see. You have support for panorama as well. You can take a look over the settings, and before I go over the settings, let me just show you the view from the front camera. So this is how the view will look like from the front camera, and again this view is pretty good, both in terms of the clarity as well as in terms of the overall colors. You can do a high definition video chat from the front camera, which is a fixed focus camera. Let me just go back. So this is how the view looks like from the back camera, and let me just take this photo as of now. And we are taking this photo in an indoor room with some artificial light. Let's see how does the photo come out. Again, you do have tap to focus on this device, and when it comes to taking photos in artificial light or in indoors, the photo is looking pretty good in terms of the details as well as in terms of the colors, as you can see. And we have actually captured some other photos as well from this device in artificial light, as you can see. And again, the indoor photos are pretty good. This is another photo which we have taken in indoor. Again, you have to make sure that you focus the object properly before you take photos from this device. Otherwise, you won't get very good quality of photos as far as Windows is concerned. But when it comes to outdoors, daylight, performance of this camera is pretty good. Now, as far as pre-installed applications are concerned, you get a couple of pre-installed applications on this device, including File Manager, Video Player is there. You have wireless input support, so you can connect a Bluetooth wireless keyboard with this device. And you also get some trial version games like Fruit Devil, Cricket Fever, and others. You also have a Karbonn Live application which will allow you to get some kind of entertainment content through Karbonn servers. And again, you also have Kingsoft Office which will allow you to edit documents on the go on this device. You also get some other games like Death Racing as well, which comes pre-installed. And you have other regular applications, and apart from other regular applications, you also get UC browser pre-installed on this device. And you also have Opera Mini. So when it comes to browser, you have a lot of options directly on this device when you get the device out of the box. When it comes to the stock Android browser, this is how the browser looks like, and again it is the same which we have seen on other stock Android devices in terms of the overall look and feel and the UI. In terms of the overall browsing experience, this device is pretty good. There is no problem with pinch to zoom or with kinetic scrolling as well. And you can also play YouTube videos within the web page without opening YouTube application for the same. The score which we have got on AnTuTu for this device is 4841, as you can see, and it is pretty good score for a device like this. And this is how the detailed score look like for the CPU, memory, input output operation, 2D and 3D. So the score which we have got on AnTuTu benchmark utility is 13892, which is again a pretty good score for a device like this. And if we take a look over the detailed score, this is how the detailed score look like. On multi-touch, the device has around 5-point multi-touch. Now as far as ports and connectivity is concerned, you have a primary mic over here for the device for voice calling. When it comes to secondary mic, we are not able to locate a secondary mic on this device. On the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. So we have just ran the Ninamark benchmark utility, and if you actually compare the sound which comes out from the loudspeaker, it is pretty loud. And if you place the device like this, the sound might get blocked to some extent, but again you will be able to hear the sound even when you place the device like this on a table. Now the score for the Ninamark utility is 46.2 FPS, as you can see, and this device is pretty good when it comes to gaming. It can play some graphic intensive games like Nova 3, Frontline Commando D-Day and Modern Combat 4 as well. but again when it comes to high-end graphic games like Modern Combat 4, you might notice a little graphic glitch while playing them. So as you can see, we are playing a YouTube video from our channel, and this video is getting played at full high definition resolution, and when it comes to the viewing angles, let me just lower the sound. So as far as viewing angles are concerned, there is no problem while watching this video either from the left or from the right. From the top and bottom there is a little fading of color which is happening. Again you can see the display, and when it comes to the volume,
full high definition display on this device with a pixel density of around 424 pixels per inch, which is
so the loudspeaker is quite loud when it comes to video playback on this device. So as you can see, we have just connected a flash drive with the help of an OTG cable, and it has not detected the flash drive, so OTG is not supported on this device. And it also supports Google Now, and let me just give you a demo of the same. Weather in New Delhi.
It's 79 degrees with haze in New Delhi.
The overall battery backup time from this device is pretty good for moderate user. Again, for heavy user it will last for you for around 1 day. If you are going to play a lot of heavy games on this device, then it will be little less than 1 day in that case. But for moderate user it will give you around 1 day or sometimes more than 1 day of battery backup, which is quite satisfactory. That's all from us as far as the complete full review of the Karbonn S9 Titanium. We really like this device in terms of the overall build quality, in terms of the overall battery backup, and the kind of multimedia experience which you can get on this device on 5.5 inch of display. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.